So, what balance of feminine energy and masculine energy is right for you? It's different for every single person, and I'm figuring out by testing, trial and erroring my way through this balance. So, this is what I am going to be covering in today's episode. Welcome if you're new here, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you resonate with this episode, subscribe, like, and share in the comments which part you most resonated with. So, masculine, feminine energy. So just covering the basics. Masculine energy is that focus, that driven energy. It's that we have a target. We are going from point A to point B in the shortest, most efficient way possible. Masculine energy. It's also a part of structure, right? Helping to give structure. Maybe it's to your calendar, your activities. And then the feminine energy is softer. It's more fluid. It's going with the flow. It's the, being aware of all of the possibilities, and instead of just a pointed, focused, right, of going from point A to B, you might start at point A, but then meander and explore point, C and D and F, and then you get to B eventually. But it's that exploration. And so I have both in a pretty big way within me, and I had my masculine energy really strengthened very early on because I was encouraged to be independent. I felt growing up that I couldn't really count on others, my caregivers, to provide for me in the way that I needed and wanted. And that's part of my soul's journey. And I'm not really going to get too deep into that in this episode, but I accept it and I embrace it and acknowledge that that allowed me to really strengthen the masculine. So if any one of these is overexpressed or underexpressed, that's where the imbalance can come. So there was a season where it was really overexpressed, and it was like the feminine energy was neglected. The softer, the more intuitive, the creative side of me was kind of shut down. The heart, the feelings, the emotional part. And so what used to happen was I would be so in the masculine energy and so cut off from my emotions that when I did have things, and things would be piling up within me until I just couldn't contain it anymore, and then it would just explode out of me, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? It just feels like so intense and so big and heavy, and it was almost shocking every time it happened. It didn't happen a lot, but when it did, it was like, oh my gosh, it felt like it came out of nowhere. But it didn't just come out of nowhere. It's that I wasn't fully balanced. I didn't have that regular time to express the emotional side, the feminine side of me. So it came out in dramatic, strange ways. So now I have learned to really embrace both and to identify when I'm operating from more of the masculine, when it would be more appropriate and better to be operating from the feminine, and vice versa. So if I'm more in the creative flow and I eventually feel like I'm just one with everything and can connect with all, and some focus is needed. It's time to bring back the masculine energy to get some things done, to kind of like go through tasks. Well, then that energy is really important to call upon. So I have been playing with this for the past bunch of years, and it's fascinating. And knowing how to navigate between both your masculine and feminine energies has a really powerful impact on your business, on your health. So for health and relationships, obviously. For health, as an example, if you are continuously always working out and you don't allow your body to rest, there's a lot that you're missing out on in terms of strength. So the rest will help you with the strength. But then if you're resting all day and are just a couch potato, obviously you need to pick up the weights and focus on the strength. So it's a combination, and it's such a beautiful example of how the masculine and feminine energies of our world really, when they're in collaboration, creates incredible things. So we see this in Mother Nature all the time. We see this with our animals all the time, and it's with us as well in terms of how well we get along, how productive we are, how we can create within ourselves and with each other incredible, beautiful, powerful things. So let me know if this resonated with you, the idea of your masculine, your feminine energies coming together. If you feel more resonance with your feminine energy, feel free to type in feminine into the comments. If you're more in touch with your masculine energies, feel free to type that in. And we'll be expanding on this. I do have other episodes on the channel and the podcast that you can also check out when it comes to masculine and feminine energy. And if you want to go a bit further and really experience the vibration of it all, I have a free vibration shift in the description. You can check that out. And if you're growing your business and wants to really get into the money mindset, I have a free training on the money mindset, which is actually an important, powerful combination of the two energies. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Serenity Iris. Bye for now.